Manga.
I am Miyuki. I'm a university student who's living very frugally. I can't rent a place near my school because the rent is too expensive. So, I rented a room in an inconvenient and slightly far away area. It's a rural area, so a car is a must. And the landlord there is very kind and lent me one parking space for free, as I don't have any money.
Sure thing.
Then, one day, a strange car was parked blocking the parking lot. Oh, I wonder whose car that is. I can't get my car in there. It's really in the way. I had just moved here and had no one I could call a friend, so I had no idea who owned the car and was wondering what to do about it. Oh, what should I do? Then the landlord came.
Is that your friend's car? It's been parked there for a while, but it's public street, so could you have them move it?
I told him I didn't know who the owner was, and in response he said it would be trouble because I wouldn't be able to park. The landlord contacted someone he knew who handled tow trucks.
Please.
Furthermore, we didn't want to get in trouble later for not knowing who the owner of the car was, so he called the police as well. Ah, the police.
The owner might come to the house, so please contact us then.
He told us. We gave them the details and the car was immediately removed by a tow truck. I thought the owner might come for it that day, but no one showed up. And 2 days later when I forgot about it. I returned home after my part-time job as usual and saw a blonde woman in front of my house. None of my friends I knew in college had blonde hair, so I approached her, carefully, wondering who she was. The woman comes into view as she starts kicking my car. I rushed over and was even more surprised to see a kindergarten-aged boy next to her. Ah! Excuse me! That's my car! Could you please stop? You! I had my car parked right here. Where did it go? And with that line, I knew this blonde woman was the owner of that car. Yeah, about that. The police had your car towed away. What? I just left it parked there for a little while. What do you think you're doing? You've got to be kidding me. The woman got mad and started kicking my car again. In a rampage, the woman told me that she was staying at a friend's house nearby. Then why don't you ask them to let you park in front of their house? They said I couldn't park in front of the house, so I looked for a coin-operated parking lot, but there aren't any around here. That's why I parked here for a little while. Thief, I want my car back now! I decided to leave her alone and go back to my house since my car had scratches and dents all over it, and she didn't seem like she was going to calm down. Ugh. Ugh. Hey, where do you think you're going? I ran back inside the house and locked the door but heard her banging on it. I was terribly scared, so I called the police to handle the situation. And right outside the door, Mom! Bathroom! I heard the child's voice. I can't hold it! I have to go to the bathroom! Hey, my kid wants to go to the bathroom, so let me borrow it. There's no choice. You're gonna have to do it here. After hearing that, I reluctantly opened the door, thinking that it would be terrible if he did it in front of the door. As soon as I opened the door, the mom walked into the room and started looking around, ignoring her child who desperately needed to go to the bathroom. The child was pale in the face and flailing around, trying to hold his pee. Please take your child to the bathroom, over here. You take him. It's not my house. In defeat, I had no choice but to take him to the bathroom. And when I came back to my own room, to my surprise, the woman had opened the cabinets and had my bag and other things in her hand. Anyway, I'll take this bag as a compensation for having my car stolen. And this, and this, and... this too. The woman was holding a designer bag and other things that I got from my mom and was about to take other things like cosmetics in the bag and take them away. This is horrible. What's wrong with this person? To be honest, I'm not really good at confronting people to begin with, and I was just overwhelmed by the sheer force of this woman. Please stop. Please. I can only say this in a weak tone. And just then, the doorbell rang, and then the police arrived. Whew-wee, thank God. You called the police? I'm telling you, you're the one who's gonna get arrested. You stole my car. Ignoring the woman who started yapping again, I let the police officer inside. And for whatever reason, the woman was sitting around lounging in my house with designer bags in her hand and her child by her side like she owns the place. The police officer didn't seem to understand what's going on, so I told him what had happened so far.
Parking a car without permission is illegal parking. Besides, what you're doing now constitutes theft.
What? That's impossible. She took my car without my permission. It's not my fault. I want my car back. The more she talked and ranted, the more heated the situation became, and the police had to call for backup. And there it was. Several police cars surrounded the house and the woman was taken away to the police station. After the storm passed, I was left with my car which had been wrecked. But I thought that was the end of the matter, which was a big mistake. Ah, man. I decided to at least charge the woman for the repairs, so I contacted my high school seniors and asked them to help me out. Well... Later that day, we set up a meeting with the woman's parents and their lawyer. I was informed that the woman's husband was currently behind bars for being involved in the car theft case, so it would be the woman, her parents, and the lawyer who would be attending. What? The woman's dad said he would join us later after picking up his lawyer, and it was the woman and her mother who came into the conference room. The mother said, "Don't report the damage, because if you do, my daughter will have to go to jail. It's not like you can't use the car, so just put up with the scratches."
Excuse me, ma'am, what your daughter did is a crime, and I heard she tried to take her belongings without permission. After going to such great lengths, you want the victim to just put up with it?
You're an outsider, aren't you? I'm talking to the other person, so please be quiet for a second.
No, I am not an outsider. Besides, your daughter's car was not scratched or wrecked, and yet she caused this problem out of spite. If that's the case, patient might not be the right word for it, but shouldn't you have educated your daughter who caused this problem to be more patient?
You've never been a parent before. How dare you talk like that? My daughter even has a child. Are you trying to take away the parent away from the child?
We are the victim and your side is the perpetrator. Can you please stop shifting the blame?
The conversation was one-sided with the woman's claims, and things didn't go anywhere.
I hoped to hear an apology, so I set up this meeting, but it seems like you have no intention of apologizing at all. So, I will be taking legal action against you from here on out.
You're overreacting just because my daughter parked the car. Try it if you can. The meeting lasted about 2 hours, but the lawyer and the father didn't show up until the end. The woman saw me with my senior and probably thought we wouldn't make a big deal out of it. Thankfully, the university I go to is an actually well-known law school, and my senior is a respectable lawyer who works in a firm. After that, I was able to get a good amount of money for the repairs, and compensation for the inconvenience and other various things. What? The case was then settled by having them sign a restraining order as to not cause any further damages. But within the week, the woman and her parents came to see me. Of course, I didn't open the door and call the police as soon as possible, but I was horrified to hear them cursing me and kicking the door on the other side. After that, the three of them went behind bars and I was able to buy a new car with the settlement money. My senior advised that I should move out because the three of them might come back, and so I decided to move out. The fear of having the front door slammed was so traumatic that I decided to live in an auto-lock apartment. Although the rent is more expensive, but thankfully I had the settlement money with me.
Nice place.
Thank you for watching all the way to the end. What did you think of today's episode? Leave a comment and let me know your thoughts on today's story. And if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe!